Stephanie Davis is pushing for changes at her former employer, Bayfront Health St. Petersburg.
It's bad. Yeah, the staffing is horrible. It's not appropriate and it's not safe for the patients.
She says many of her fellow nurses are out sick with the coronavirus.
There are more than 14 ICU nurses that are sick right now. We're having a containment problem within the hospital. It's obvious.
ABC Action News got a hold of this internal memo sent 2 days ago. It shows a total of 21 staff have tested positive since mid-May.
Everybody's sick. We don't have enough people to take care of the patients, and we're concerned about patient safety. And yet, when we voice those concerns, it's met with nothing. Like, you're silenced.
Davis says she and others are frustrated by a lack of action. It's gotten so bad, she says, instead of their usual 2 patients, nurses are having to triple up. She calls it unsafe and a move that may cost patient care.
It makes you feel like a non-human. It makes you feel like a non-person, like disposable, just like the mask.
ABC Action News spoke with 3 other nurses who currently work at the hospital. They were too afraid to come forward, but they express the same concerns. In her letter to the hospital, Davis is also asking for improvements in access to PPE like N95 masks. She says nurses use them
until it breaks, it's soiled, or 5 shifts.
And after their 12-hour shift,
put it in a brown paper bag so you can use it again.
In this memo, the CEO lists out measures they're rolling out to help with these, quote, staffing challenges, including working with an agency to bring additional staff set to arrive over the next 2 weeks. Davis says this is a start and hopes it never gets to this point again.
If this is tolerated and this is okay, and nurses don't have the right to be heard about patient safety issues, then I am in the wrong profession.
In St. Pete, I'm Isabel Rosales, ABC Action News.
All right. Well, this is Florida, ladies and gentlemen, and you heard what this nurse said. Wow, this is really deep. So this is the Daily Kos. Everybody is sick. ICU nurse quits after almost 24 staff members test positive for virus. Everybody is sick. ICU nurse Stephanie Davis told local CBS 12, we don't have enough people to take care of the patients and we're concerned about patient safety. And yet we voice those concerns and it's like nothing, like you're silent. Davis, who left her job at Bayfront Hospital, so this is in St. Petersburg, Florida, told the outlet that many fellow nurses are out sick with the virus, and she claimed that there are more than 14 ICU nurses sick alone, while CBS says that according to an internal memo, there are actually 21 staff members who have tested positive for the virus since the middle of May. Now, the numbers in Florida, ladies and gentlemen, are accelerating pretty quickly. And this is since they announced their reopening. Right now, the southern states are really doing the worst in the country. And it's subsiding, but still in the Northeast, like New York and New Jersey, it's still there. Trust me. I know firsthand. So Davis reportedly sent a letter to the hospital asking for additional personal protective equipment, PPE, claiming the nurses use N95 masks until they're soiled, broken, or 5 shifts are up. Oh, that's disgusting. They really, look, they've been asking for PPE, y'all, heavily since March. And we are getting closer and closer to the end of June, and this is still a problem in the country? Ooh, man, talk about bad leadership. It's really bad. She tells the outlet the nurses are also taking 3 patients, usually 2. So they're taking on more patients, and that opens up the door for more contamination. Davis is so far alone in her concerns about the healthcare workers. not getting the adequate PPE while facing COVID-19. In fact, she isn't even the only person to quit her job over it. Example, Kelly Stanton, a nurse in the Washington, D.C. area, told NBC News that she ended up quitting after 28 years as a nurse. Why? In the end, she told the news outlet, I couldn't accept that I could be responsible for causing one of my family members to become severely ill or possibly die. She added that the outlet that nurses were being asked to reuse masks by late March. The changes in safety regulations were too much to bear, and she resigned. One Missouri nurse resigned after reportedly being told she couldn't use an N95 mask she purchased herself while working with patients. That's stupid. That's stupid. The nurse who asked to remain anonymous told the outlet that KMOV4, I walked into work with my mask on and my boss said I had to take it off. I told her I would not take it off or I would quit. Wow. You can't even, if the hospital cannot give you N95 mask, you're saying that they can't even wear it, even if they purchased it themselves. That seems silly. Oh boy. I'm not surprised. As many of you know, I have an uncle in Florida and I often talk to him just to make sure he's okay. And, you know, this is such a bad situation. And like I said, I keep laughing at the fact that this country keeps talking about a second wave. You haven't even gotten through the first one. You have not even conquered this thing the first time around. How do you expect to get through a second wave, which they are anticipating going to be much worse in the nation? And these hospitals, as you can see, are no more prepared. Back in March, they were not prepared then, and here we are in June, and they're still not prepared. Nothing has changed. They're still begging for PPE too. Oh man. But they don't care. See, it's all about making money and not showing any concern whatsoever for the well-being of anybody up in here, really. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.